First at 5, some powerful storms moved through Maine this afternoon, leaving power outages and damage in their wake. Good afternoon, I'm Katie Sampson.
And I'm Greg Lagerquist. About 44,000 CMP customers are without power right now, with widespread damage reports as well. First, though, a scary situation in Rockland. Here's video of the American Independence around 2:30 this afternoon. Now, witnesses say the 90-passenger cruise ship was docked at the public landing with its guests on shore when that sudden squall ripped it from its mooring and sent it drifting across the harbor. It then struck and bounced off the Safe Harbor Pier, doing damage to both the pier and the ship.
The harbor master confirms the incident knocked 5 people into the water from a smaller boat who had to be rescued. Thankfully, there were no injuries reported, but again, there is some damage there. Meanwhile, this photo was sent in from the town of Paris. We're getting multiple reports of trees down and other damage from parts of western Maine all the way to the mid-coast.
And that does include this scene in the Lewiston-Sabbatis-Town line area. You can see the roof of a home right there damaged after those powerful winds blew through the area. We have team coverage on this damage for you tonight, but first, let's go ahead and check with Chief Meteorologist Charlie Lopresti.
And Charlie, at this point, all indications are that these were straight line winds, no tornadoes, correct?
That's correct. Straight line winds were the big weather story out there today. There's a tremendous amount of damage out there, and the setup really wasn't even thunderstorm activity that happened today. These were showers that came through the area. There wasn't really any lightning or thunder. There were a few of those lightning strikes up near Penobscot Bay, but that's about it. Now, the weather setup was a very unique setup for what we had out there today. What happened, we had winds aloft blowing around 100 miles per hour at about 6,000 feet. In fact, Mount Washington had a peak wind gust of 100.2 miles per hour today. Now, it didn't take much of a convective shower to transport that kind of wind right down to the ground level. So not even thunderstorms today. We just had showers that brought down some of the heavier winds or stronger winds. Now, those showers have moved out. The threat for severe weather has ended, but I want to take you back to about 1 o'clock this afternoon and just share with you a couple of the damage reports. This one coming in from Rumford, trees and power lines down here. A little bit later as the storm progressed off to the southeast, 134. This one is in Paris. Several trees and wires down there. These were coming in real time as we were on our digital studio. 1:45 in the afternoon in Gardner, heading to Kennebec County right now. We had reports of trees and power lines down there. And also Newcastle, a shed was destroyed. Look at that. And a grill blown away. You don't want to see that. And this is the report in Rockland of a large ship pushed by a thunderstorm. And that was the video we just saw, 2:30 in the afternoon. Farther off to the south, this line was a little bit weaker, but did produce some problems. This was the scene in Rochester, trees and wires down in multiple locations. So as Greg mentioned, there are a lot of power outages out there tonight. Most of the action, as expected, was from the western mountains of Maine to central Maine, all the way down to mid-coast region and down east portions of Maine. And again, the severe threat has ended. Notice the thunderstorms, or I should say the showers, are moving through southern parts of New Hampshire now. Tonight's going to be a great night. Tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day. Expect a lot of sun. We should be near 80 degrees for a high temperature tomorrow with very low humidity. Inland areas look pretty similar. There you're in the upper 70s. Coming up, we'll walk into the weekend forecast, which will include some wet weather. I'll let you know when you can make those outdoor plans in just a few minutes. Katie and Greg, back to you guys.
All right, Charlie, a lot of damage. We do want to continue our team coverage now on these powerful storms as we track the impact and the damage left behind.
Yeah, let's go live now to CBS 13's Allison LaPierre. She's live there in West Gardner. And Allison, that area of central Maine, as Charlie was talking about, from Lewiston to Augusta, sounds like it got hit pretty hard in this.
Yeah, Greg and Katie, it did get hit pretty hard. I'm at this one homeowner's house off of Pond Road in West Gardner, and as you can see, you can just see how powerful this wind was here today. Homeowner tells us around 2 o'clock today, they heard a loud bang and the whole house shook, and they came outside to see this massive tree that had fallen onto their house, left a hole in their ceiling, and also knocked their chimney over, completely destroyed in the front of their house. This is a trend that happened throughout West Gardner. Fire department tells us they've seen multiple trees down in the road. Right down the road from us, there is a massive tree blocking Pond Road right now, and multiple reports of trees fallen on houses. And currently, like Greg said, Central Maine Power is reporting a total of over 44,000 outages statewide. And here in Kennebec County, they're seeing most of that damage, with nearly 10,000 customers currently without power. We'll continue to follow storm coverage as the night goes on. Live in West Gardner, I'm Allison LaPierre. Greg, Katie, back to you guys.
All right, a lot of cleaning up to do. Glad the family's okay, Allison. Thank you.